So for the past few months, I've been setting up basically it's a one-person home theater. I have an extra bedroom that for years this room was jam-packed with a bunch of junk. Didn't really have a use for the room, and then I finally got the idea of setting up a home theater, a projector with a projector. Don't know why I didn't think of that before, but it really ends up putting this room to good use. I built the screen using wood that I purchased at, I don't know, it was either Lowe's or Home Depot to make the frame. A friend helped me put the thing together. He had some woodworking equipment, and then I bought the screen material from a place on Amazon. It's Carl's Place. They sell from their website, but also on Amazon. And I had the two speakers there, some old speakers that I had, the Genesis speakers, and I had a extra center channel. I did get a Klipsch, that's a 10-inch Klipsch subwoofer, and and of course I have the no brand name 720p LED projector that I got from via AliExpress. It was shipped directly from China, and it's, while it's not an Epson, on the other hand, the bulb life, because it's LED, they're claiming 20,000 hours, and the thing was $350, and I'm pretty pleased with the way it works. So a friend also helped me mount the thing. I was able to get a mount again off of Amazon, and then that the metal piece that's going across there, I also was able to buy that at it was either Lowe's or Home Depot, one of the two, and it was just metal, and then two pieces of metal, and then I painted it black to match the wall mount for the projector. And this chair, I think I bought it at Big Lots. It's a chair with a little hassock. Very comfortable chair. So the most recent addition that I've made, I bought this audio component rack at local Best Buy store. It was about with tax it was $170. It was $159 something, and then plus tax. We have kind of a high tax rate, but oh well, that's par for the course. And I would have bought that off Amazon, but I couldn't. I was looking on Amazon and I couldn't find just exactly the rack that I wanted, so I just decided I would go ahead and buy it locally. Now this is that I purchased it off Amazon. It is a Denon. And the model number is, I don't know if you can see it there, it's pretty dark. It's an AVR S700W. Now that's last year's model. It's a 7.2 surround sound receiver, and it does have Wi-Fi as well as Bluetooth. So, since it's last year's model, this is 2015, this is a 2014 model. It does not have Dolby Atmos, but I didn't want Dolby Atmos because I couldn't really use it in here because, as you can see, I have a vaulted ceiling, and so that kind of creates a problem with if you're trying because you'd have to either mount the Atmos speakers on the ceiling, or they have a thing where you set it on your front speakers and then try to bounce it off of the ceiling. Bounce the sound off the ceiling back to the seating position. And with a vaulted ceiling, that's just obviously not gonna work properly. So I didn't really want the Atmos. So I was able to get the last year's model, this 2014 model of the Denon, for $299, which is a really great price. And so I'm very happy with that. So I've got everything pretty well set up at this point. Of course, all of these receivers come with microphones, and you mount the microphone on a tripod and let it go through its routine. So I already had these Polk speakers right here. I had those. So I have two of those, one on each side, and that's sort of the rear surround, and then, or whatever they call it. And then I have these Sony speakers that I already had, old Sony speakers, and those are for the very rear surround sounds. And so I'm very pleased with the sound quality that I'm getting in here. And so this system is working extremely well. But it's all together, I would say, because I already had part of the equipment, I've spent at this point, maybe, let's be generous and say upwards of $1,500 altogether for including and that includes the chair and the projector and the mounting hardware, the audio stand, the new receiver, and there's an inexpensive Sony Wi-Fi Blu-ray player, and then I've also got a digital TV tuner that I actually have plugged into my external television antenna. So I can actually watch television on the projector if I want to. And so overall, I'm very pleased with how this has turned out. And of course, I'm by myself. I'm single. And this is a fairly small room. It's about 9.5 feet wide. And I think it's about 13.5 feet from this back wall that the projector is mounted on to the screen. And so I'm ending up, I think, with I don't remember, it's more than 100 inches of screen. Of course, the image is a little bit smaller than the screen that I made. I went ahead and made a screen that was larger so that I would have some, the maximum amount of flexibility if I ever decide to change projectors. Now this projector, one of the downsides with an inexpensive LED projector is that there is no zoom. You focus it. It does have a focus ring, but and it's very limited, as far as the keystone. It's limited with keystone, with the ability to correct for keystone, because then you end up with some image problems. So you need to get everything as exact as possible to end up with a really good image, as good as it can be. And so the actual projected image size ends up being whatever it is, and that is basically controlled by the distance from the front of the lens to the screen. And it just so worked out that I ended up with it's about the right size. Whereas if it was a more expensive projector, let's say one of the Epsons, they have some zoom capability, so you can make the image kind of whatever size you want, and it's more of a short throw type of projector, whereas this one is just a, the throw is however far, you know, the bigger the image is going to get bigger the farther you can get back away from the screen. So next I'll show you what this thing looks like and sounds like with the thing turned on and the lights out.
This is pretty crowded. Yeah, well, $9 beer night.
Okay, look now. So this is about to happen, alright? You're about to go run down some drunk chicks, alright? Don't confuse that with tipsy when you're talking about drunk. I want to vomit in the hair, bruised up knees, a broken heel is a plus. That's what you want to find, okay?
No, you know what? Dave already told me I didn't have to have sex tonight, and now he's gone, so...
Dude, just stop thinking for a minute, alright? You ain't got to think on this one. All you got to do is use your instinct. Show me your instincts.
My head, my heart, I follow my heart.
Now I'm going to show you this one time, alright? Instincts.